What's up, boys and girls? It's your man Matt, Aspire to Elate, Twat a Latte, Mr. New to Town, whichever you prefer. We're joined here by my man Aunt L. Aunt L, what's your Twitter?
Aunt L underscore at the sports pig.
Aspire to Elate, Twat a Latte. Go ahead, Aunt. Go ahead, Aunt.
Oh, I already said it.
Okay, sorry about that.
Do you have me on mute?
No. I just getting the kinks out here at the beginning. So what we're going to do here at 6:30 every night, we're going to give you a MLB show. We're going to keep it short and sweet, usually like half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. We're not going to break down every game. Ant and I are going to talk prior to the show and kind of give you what we like. I know the guys at SBR will break down every game, but we're leading up to the Keg Cast, and they usually come on at 7:15. So we're gonna keep it short and sweet. We're also going to be totally transparent, just like the KCast is. We're going to go ahead and track all of our plays. We'll have a running count for you every day. But also, big news, Jay's giving away a NFL package. And if you're not familiar with Jay, in his NFL and college last year, he hit about 66%. Up a ton of units, just was print money for everybody. He's giving away a package tonight for the best name that we come up with. As you can see right now, we are the No Name Baseball Show, which is about right for now until we start getting some people in here. But whoever comes up with the best name will win Jay's 1 month. It's just 1 month. And I'm sure he'll give you college or NFL, whichever you prefer. So DM me your best name. I've already gotten about 50 guesses. So DM me your best guess for what you think the name of our show should be, and you're still muted. And I will look at those tonight, and I will DM the winner, and we'll get you hooked up with Jay's package for the first month. 1 month with Jay, I'm sure you'll renew, and you'll just pay for it. I mean, again, he was just college football package players last year. So what's that, Ant?
No, I was muted because my husband just got home and the dogs are going crazy. So I felt like I didn't want everybody to hear all that nonsense while you're trying to talk.
No, I appreciate that. That's great. So, but that's really about it. I mean, we'll probably run for half an hour or so. I'm going to give some plays. Ant's going to give his plays. And again, we're going to count all the plays. So let's start from the top. Let me pull up the card here. Now, just for simplicity purposes, I'm going to use bet. They're usually first to the board, and their lines are pretty fair. I'm sure you guys can get 2 cents better this way, 2 cents worse the other way. But I'm going to go ahead right from the top of their board, which is the Reds and the Nats. I clearly like the pitching matchup here for the Reds. I don't like Fetty. And the Reds are a really hot team right now. They're scoring over 6 runs a game in their last 10 games. Bringing up the kids from the minors are really helping with this team. It's a high total, 10.5, so I'm going to stay away from that. But at minus 113 on the Reds, with Soto out for the Nats, basically not a pick 'em, but close to a pick 'em. I'm leaning the Reds on that particular game, and so that's probably how I'm going to roll there. And do you have anything on that, or is that a game you're going to stay off?
It's a game I'm staying off, but it's because I'm not getting quite the price I want on the Reds. I would not want to back Fetty. I don't like him at all. I don't want to ever play Washington in one of his starts because you're getting a very mediocre starting pitcher followed by a trash bullpen. The thing that's just keeping me off this game is when the opener came out last night, I wanted an extra 5 to 10 cents on the Reds to make it a play. And then apparently a lot of the sharps were on the same side as you because the Reds got bet into a favorite. So you're on the side of a lot of the sharp action.
Okay.
I'm just staying off of it because I'm a price slut. So
Oh, of course.
I want them like plus 110.
In full disclosure, I bet this earlier. Okay, but I can't give that out now. The current price is about 114, so that's what I'm going to give. I did better at a much better price, obviously. I watched those damn lines all night, so. But yeah, I'm still, so the chat knows that'll be a full unit on the Reds money line at minus 114. Baltimore and the Yanks, the second game of this doubleheader, I got nothing on. I'm seeing plus 280 for the Orioles, to minus 315 for the Yanks, over under 11 and a half. I mean, I guess a gun to my head, I would lean over in that particular game, but definitely not a play, not even a half play. Ant, what say you?
If you want to hold your nose, I guess you can grab that plus 280 with the Orioles. But I mean, I already hit them plus 360 or whatever it was the other day. I don't know if I'm going to hit them at two massive plus prices in a row, but definitely not taking the Yanks at that price. The Yanks should win. If you want to throw a half unit on the Orioles at that number just as a price grab, I wouldn't talk you off of it. I'll never talk somebody off of betting a plus 280 dog in MLB, but I'm not personally on it.
Okay. So what we're on so far is just the Reds money line, nothing on that second half of the Yanks game. Okay, so let's go to the Rangers and Gerardo against the Blue Jays and Ramirez. The Jays are plus 111 on the road. Comebacks minus 121 for the Blue Jays. I like the Blue Jays. Let's take a look at the lineup comparison here. We have, for the Rangers, we have Chu, Santana, Andrus, Calhoun, Mazzaro, Odor, Kiner Faleja, Forsythe, and Trevino. And we got, for the Toronto, we got Bichette, we got Biggio, Guerrero, Smoke, Grichuk, Hernandez, Fisher, Drury, and Jansen. If you compare these two lineups side by side, the Blue Jays definitely have the better lineup. There's no doubt.
Is Gallo out, right?
What's that?
Gallo's out, right?
Yep, Gallo's out. And the pitching matchup. I mean, he's going to probably just be a starter, Ramirez, but I don't see a huge advantage here for Texas. So I'm just going to roll with a better lineup. I'm going to take them as well on the money line as a small favorite. I get them for full units at minus 118 on Toronto. You got anything on this?
No. Okay. Neil Ramirez, I believe, is an opener.
He's going to be an opener.
Yeah, and it's a coin flip game. So I looked at the line once last night, and I just immediately passed over it. So I didn't even cap the game. I didn't give this game more than 30 seconds of thought. So I have nothing for it.
Okay, so I am on Toronto. Money line minus 118 for a full unit on that. Okay, so let's go to Red Sox Indians. I think Ant and I are both going to be on the same side here. The Indians are minus 115, or the Red Sox are minus 115. So the Indians are actually a dog at home. At plus 105, we got Rodriguez and Plesac. Normally, I would say the Red Sox have the better lineup, but I don't know. They are scuffling. Where the Indians with getting Puig and Reyes was a big help. Now Puig is out serving his suspension for beating the shit out of the whole Pirates team. So he's going to be on the bench against a lefty, which hurts. But I kind of like Indians lineup pretty much just as well as the Red Sox. And then if we're talking about pitchers, I mean, I'd rather have Plesac than Rodriguez, and we all know we'd rather have the Indians bullpen. So I'm going to get the better pitcher, maybe the better offense, and the better bullpen at plus money. I mean, we got to take that. So I'm going to take the money line on the Indians at plus 105. What say you, Ant?
I don't know. I think the offenses are a wash.
Yeah.
I think they're both pretty good. So you look at the offenses, it's a bit of a wash. I'm not convinced that Plesac is a better pitcher than Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez actually has better stuff than Plesac. Plezak's actually a guy I want to look to fade going forward. He has massive regression in his metrics. Like pretty much, he's the quintessential regression candidate that I look for when I want to fade a starting pitcher. The problem is Rodriguez isn't that great either. I mean, Rodriguez's ERA is in line with his advanced numbers. So when you look at Rodriguez's ERA in the mid fours, he's a mid 4 ERA pitcher. That's where he should be. So he's average. You look at Plezak's ERA, it's at 3.13, and then his advanced numbers show that he probably should have an ERA in the mid to high fours. So I could say the starting pitchers are a bit of a wash. So we got a wash on the starters. We got a wash on the lineups, and then you hinted at it. The bullpen is where it comes into play. There's no doubt about it. The Indians' bullpen is substantially better than the Red Sox bullpen. The Indians have the best bullpen in the league in almost every category over the last 30 days. They lead the majors in bullpen FIP. They lead the majors in bullpen ERA. They are averaging 2 full walks per 9 innings better than the Red Sox bullpen. Now, when you want to talk about what leads to bullpen blowups, when you're like, why is this bullpen blowing up? What happens with bullpen blowups? It's walks. You pull your starter pitches a good game. He keeps the team in the game. And then the bullpen comes in and, oh, look at that. They walked the fucking bases loaded. What a bunch of cunts, And that is the Red Sox bullpen right now. They are averaging over the last 30 days 4.38 walks per 9 innings. The Indians, 2.81. Give me that Indians bullpen. I think the starter and I think the lineups are a wash. The Indians are a much hotter team. They're at home. I'm getting an underdog price with them. Now, I'll be honest. If I was getting an underdog price on the Red Sox, I would be on the Red Sox. I think there'd be value on the Red Sox here. But you're going to give me an underdog price with the Indians at home, plus 10. I bet them at plus 108. Plus 105 is essentially the same thing. Yeah, absolutely. I am on the Indians here. I would take the Indians all the way down to even money.
Yeah, I mean, and then you look at, the psyche of these two teams. I mean, the Red Sox are 5 games over 500. They were expected to compete for, the title. They're really struggling right now. The Indians are playing great baseball. I love riding streaks. So that was a big factor to me. And I do, I know you talk about the metrics and all that, and that's all well and good. But I do like Plesac as the better pitcher, just off the the eye test. So I do like the better pitcher. What I think is the better pitcher in this match. I mean, clearly, like you said, the bullpens is an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah.
So, all right.
100%.
Yeah, no-brainer. And you got to figure this game's getting into the bullpens. I mean, these guys aren't going 8 innings. So next game looks like
what was the total?
Sorry about that. The total was 10.5. I guess I got nothing there.
I was about to say if it's under 10, then over might be a look here, especially on the first 5. But if it's 10.5, then the over might be like 6 on the first 5. So never mind.
Yeah, I did see some people on Twitter today talking about maybe getting on that over. By the way, the team totals, just real quick, just to backtrack. In that Baltimore game, it's 3.5, and the Yankees are 6.5.
6.5. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, and then Texas Toronto is 5.5 for both. You know what? I'm gonna do a half a unit on the Toronto Texas under. I'm gonna do a half a unit on that. Texas, I just don't think they can hit. So
what's that under at, Matt?
You mean the juice?
Yeah. What's the total on that under?
10.5. Full game's 10.5. Each team's 5.5.
Okay.
And the team totals are juiced. 5.5 at minus 143, 5.5 at minus 137. So I'm just going to do a half unit on the full game under on that. All right, next game looks like we were rained out. I had the over. That was the Astros and the White Sox. I had the over in that game of 9, but we got rained out there. What's going on in the chat, Ant? Any questions?
People throwing out some names. So hold on, let me scroll up, see what. Guys, if you got names, DM them to Matt.
DM me.
We won't be able to remember all of them in the chat. Just DM all your names to Matt, and he'll go through them. Question about the Reds' first 5. I see that's popped up a couple times at the top of the stream.
What's the actual question, Ant?
Do you like the Reds' first 5?
Taking the Reds on the first 5. I mean, I think we have the better pitching matchup there. I don't know if he's talking money line or run line there, but I wouldn't be opposed to that. We may have the better offense too in that particular game. I mean, the Nats are known for their hitting, but you don't have Soto in that lineup, and he's a lefty on a righty. So, Aquino is up for the Reds, who's just killing the ball. So I don't hate that. I don't hate it if it's a money line or a run line. A run line will probably get you plus money, maybe plus 120. I don't have it right in front of me. Something along those lines, but I don't hate it either way. Any opinion, Ant?
If you could get the run line, you'll get plus money because of how low the line is on the Reds. The Reds are a very small dog or a very small favorite, so you'll get really nice plus money on that first 5 run line. Walla Walla Dose wants to know about the Yanks game 2 total lean. We're off that game completely. I mean, the only suggestion there is if you feel like taking the value with the Orioles at that big number, then go ahead. But we don't have anything for that game.
Yeah, the straddle on that game's only 30 cents. It's going from 315 down to plus 280. So you're not getting killed on that plus money. I mean, it's like Ant's saying, it's not a bad play. The Orioles are scrappy. Ant and I think both had them at 100 losses, coming into the year.
Yeah.
They're still going to lose 100, but they've been scrappier than expected. I would like to get 310 on that game to bet it, but, 280, I mean, I'd probably be off it. Viral's asking about the Indians team total over 4.5. I think Rodriguez is good enough to keep me off of that. He's a middle of the road. I think he's like a 1.45 whip and a 4.5 ERA.
Also, if you're going to ask us about team totals, I would ask that you include the juice.
Yeah.
Because literally the juice is everything on the team total. I'll bet a 4.5 if it's plus 120 before, and I'll stay off of 3.5 on the same game if the 3.5 is minus 150. You know what I'm saying? The juice is essential on those team totals. But we got about 10 more minutes, Matt. So let's keep it moving.
Okay. By the way, juice was 126 on that. I would being the home team may not get that last at bat. I'm going to say no. Viral. Where are we? Okay, so we're on the Diamondbacks Rockies. I mean, what can we say about this shit show that's going to happen tonight?
I might have a play on this. I'm not sure.
Okay, we have 2 of the worst pitchers in baseball, and in the best baseball hitting. 2 of the worst, not the worst, but 2 of the worst pitchers in baseball in the obviously Rockies, which is the best hitting field in the history of sports. So it's at 14. How about with this much variance, though, they're basically saying it's a pick'em game, which is strange on a high total. So you got Arizona at minus 103. You got the Rockies at minus 107. Both team totals are 6.5 juice to the over, I would say. A little bit juice to the over. I can't. I would say I would take the better pitcher, which I think is Merrill Kelly. But basically a pick'em price. But the Rockies are a different animal at home. While they can't hit on the road, they are a bunch of men at home. I'm just going to probably be off of it.
I am leaning towards, and since I'm leaning towards, it'll only be in half unit. I don't know. Should we take the D-backs first 5 at even money? My book has them at even money. I was looking at it. Do I want to bet the Diamondbacks first 5 money line at even money? Merrill Kelly, is he bad? Yeah, I mean he's not great, But he's not a complete tire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, and I also kind of like the D-backs offense a little bit better than the Rockies offense. Now, I'm not saying I want to just bet this game necessarily, but I want to. Okay, I do want to bet the Diamondbacks first 5 for a half unit, but I haven't bet it because I don't want to bet it enough. Does that make sense?
Well, we're going to be completely transparent as the sports keg is. So if you don't like it, let's stay off of it. I'm just saying.
It's a lean, but I haven't bet it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Well,
looking at the game, I'm like, how am I going to get on this game? And that's the bet that I think I want to take, but I just don't like it enough to take it.
Well, I'm going to give some half unit plays. I mean, if you feel like you want to just knock it down to a half unit.
Well, I don't know. I figure if people want to bet the game, that would be the way I would look, is getting even money on the Diamondbacks first 5. I haven't bet it though, so I'm just going to say I haven't bet it though. And if I do bet it, it's only going to be a half unit lean.
But you're not giving it then?
No, I'm not giving it. But if people want to, if you know, everyone's a degenerate gambler. They want, if you want to have a bet on every game, that would be my lean on the game.
I will tell you on a separate note, I digress, to if you're a DFS player, you better have Ketel Marte and Escobar. Those should be like, put them on right now. Okay, next game we have my Pirates, who are a disgrace to everything about baseball. They are, I believe, 4-21 since the break, if that is even possible that I have
It's
that.
It's possible because it's true.
I mean, come on. So what they're doing, yeah, Jay, well, if we got to run over, we will. So they're running their number one prospect out, Mitch Keller. The thing is, I've been hearing about this guy for 4 years. So I've been following him in the minors, and he's doesn't have electric stuff to be an ace. Matter of fact, he's more like a 3. In his 2 starts earlier this year, he's gotten his tits lit. He's been terrible. Now, you could chalk that up to, being nervous, whatever, but he was bad. Really, he doesn't have a huge strikeout to walk ratio. It's like 3-1 for, a big, tall fire baller like that, So I don't love him, and neither do the odds makers because they're plus 133. Which is saying a lot coming from Suarez, who is terrible. I mean, he is terrible. Now, Suarez will come at you from the left side, which means you're going to turn around Brian Reynolds and you're going to turn around Josh Bell and make him bat right-handed. And the Pirates are not – they're barely good left-handed right now. So when you're turning these guys around and making them bat right-handed, the Pirates are probably going to struggle in this situation. Probably. I'm not betting this game, but I would probably lean towards the Angels, in some way, whether it's money line.
Well, if you're not betting this game, I'm just going to tell you right now, I am betting this game.
All right.
Fuck the Pirates. Fuck any team that's 4-20 in their last 24. They can fuck right the fuck off. I am all over the Angels here. I am fading the Pirates every goddamn game until they win 2 in a row. Once the Pirates win 2 in a row, I'll stop fading them. I don't care if I got to lay minus 350 against them. I don't give a flying fuck. I am betting against the Pirates every fucking time. And you know why? Yesterday, they were up 8-4 in the 7th inning yesterday, man. 8-4, and in 5 minutes, they were down 98. They're terrible. Oh, my God. Yeah, so I am all over the Angels here. Give me that money, baby. Give me that money. Give me that sweet, sweet Angels money. I'm on the Angels -1.
All right. Okay. I feel your position. Do you want the money line, or do you want to cut into that and go first 5?
I went -1, minus 145 on the money line, plus 125 on the run line. So if it loses, it'll be minus 120-ish. If it wins, it'll pay out plus 150, about plus 112.
All right. Well, you got to remember all your plays. I have my plays written down. We'll recap at the end, okay?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so now we move on to the Rays and the Padres. Castillo against Lucchesi. Obviously, Castillo is probably going to be an opener here. Lucchesi, I like. While he's got a high ERA, no one gives a shit about his ERA. His WHIP is like 1.14, I believe, give or take. So he's pitched pretty well this year. And he's got that herky-jerky motion. And the Tampa's never seen him. I see it, that being a huge advantage for him. So here's the line. We got plus 111 for the Rays. By the way, the Rays are playing great baseball right now. And the comeback is minus 121. But I'm going to go away from the Rays here, even though they're playing good baseball. And I'm going to take the Padres, lay the 121 with Lucchesi in hopes that the Rays, you guys have seen his windup. Hopefully there'll be some deception there. So I'm going to roll Padres money line 121. Yes, they do, Bob, but I think Lucchesi is a little different animal. So I'm gonna roll with the Padres. Ant, anything?
Yes, I got something on this game. I'm actually going to put the play in now. I'm pulling up my bookies website now. I see it is at 8 even money. I know we talked pregame. Actually, I'm looking at minus 115 on the Padres. If you could get them at minus 115.
Okay.
I'm going to stay off the sides here, but I like the under in this game.
Okay.
I really do. Tampa Bay, they're not a team that they're scoring runs earlier in the year, but that's because they had a very high BABIP. They had a very low WOBA for the amount of runs that they were scoring. And that's due to they weren't getting a lot of doubles, triples, home runs. They were just stringing together a lot of hits. And eventually, that BABIP's going to come back. You know what I mean? It's going to come there. You're going to get that regression coming back. So the Rays offense has actually tailed off a bit lately. Lucchesi is a capable pitcher. And the Rays pitching is probably, the top 5 in the league. The Rays pitching is just fantastic. They've been running this opener concept very well. They're the only team that does it well. Everybody's copying them on this opener bullshit. They're the only one that's actually doing it right.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the fucking Mariners are like, hey, let's throw an opener in front of Wade LeBlanc. Well, your opener sucks. Wade LeBlanc sucks. I mean, your entire pitching staff sucks. Stop fucking copying the Rays. The Rays, whatever.
Yeah.
But
No, right.
so at even money on the under 8, I'm taking it for a half a unit here.
Okay.
I do not see a lot of runs in this game. This is a 4-2, 3-2, 5-1, whatever. I don't know who's going to win the game.
Yeah.
The Rays are a better team, but in general, I don't know who's going to win this game. But no matter who wins this game, I just don't see a ton of runs happening here. So if you're going to give me even money on an under 8, I'm going to take it. If you guys can get 8.5, even better. So
okay,
I'm taking it for a half a unit.
Awesome, man. And just I'm looking at. Oh, I'm not going to go into tomorrow's card, but I'm trying to see how many games. So, guys, check back with us tomorrow. Looks like we got 10 or 12 games. But let me recap what I have so far, and then Ant will recap what he has, and then we'll move forward. So I'm going to roll Reds money line tonight. I got them at 114. You guys maybe even did a little bit better. I got a full unit on that. I'm going to roll Toronto money line minus 118 full unit. I'm going to take Texas, Toronto under 10.5 full unit. And I'm going to take Cleveland money line plus 101 half unit. And then Padres money line minus 121 half unit. So I got 5 plays. And what do you got?
What I got the Indians plus 108 for a full unit. The Angels minus 1. I created that minus 1 line by combining minus 144 on the money line and plus 125 on the run line for a full unit. And then I got the Rays Padres under 8 at even money for a half a unit. I also I know you don't really bet these, but Jay's giving us an extra 10 minutes if we want to talk about these. I got some series bets too. that I want to know if anybody's interested in tailing. I know you don't really bet series plays,
Oh, yeah, go ahead,
but
Ant.
I love series bets.
Go ahead.
So the Indians, I got the Indians at minus 135 on the series bet against the Red Sox. Now, I want to preface this by saying my book counts series bets as only the first 3 games of a series. So if it's a 4-game series, that fourth game doesn't matter. It's non-existent towards my series bets. So I know some people when they bet a series, if it's a 4-game series, the juice gets altered because they'll count it as a push if it ends 2-2. That doesn't happen with my bookie. So all these numbers are based off of a 3-game series. So if you guys want to tail these, keep that in mind in case one of these happens to be a 4-game series. So I'm on the Indian series at minus 135. I think they're a hot team right now. They're at home. Um, the Red Sox best starting pitcher happens to be Chris Sale, and he's been very inconsistent this year. But the Indians are countering tomorrow with Clevenger. So you're going to have a Sale Clevenger matchup. So that really neutralizes Sale, even if Sale does pitch well tomorrow, which, I mean, it's a coin flip on whether he pitches like Sale or he pitches like garbage. So I'm taking the Indians at home, hot team, minus 135 to win 2 out of 3 there. The Angels, minus 200. I am willing to lay higher juice with series bets than I am with single game bets because with the series, your variance gets taken down a bit. The Baltimore can always win 1 game out of 3 against anybody. So, that makes it kind of scary, to lay minus 300 to fade Baltimore. But Baltimore's, those bad teams aren't necessarily winning 2 out of 3. So I'm more willing to lay big numbers on series plays. This is one of those cases. The Pirates, they're 4 for their last 25. Okay. So if the Pirates go into Los Angeles and take 2 out of 3 from the Angels, well, then fuck me running. You can have my 2 units. But I'm laying minus 200 on the Angels here on the series bet.
Yeah.
And I have a series play on the Rays at even money against the Padres. The Rays are a better team. Overall, they have a better pitching staff. I know they're on the road, but you're going to give me even money on the better team to try and win 2 out of 3. I'm going to go ahead with that. So I have 3 series bets that I've made today.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. What I'm going to do tonight is go through all my DMs and pick a winner. You have to listen in tomorrow. On tomorrow's show, I will announce it for the free pack. Jay's free football package will be announced tomorrow. So good luck to everybody there. Ant, you got anything else or?
No, that's all I have. Those are my plays. Ramon points out that the Angels are not so great either on a 2-8 streak. I mean, yeah, but the Angels are a better team than the Pirates. So
yeah, Raymond Ramon, I agree, but I'll tell you what, you gotta bet against the Pirates right now. I mean, they will find a way to lose no matter what. Nice, Reds up 1-0. Let's go. All right, boys and girls, I love you guys. I'm gonna have some sort of stupid contest tomorrow. We'll give away $5-10, or we'll do something, some stupid contest tomorrow, and then we'll also pick the winner of the name for the baseball show here. So, but anyway, I appreciate you guys. And anything else?
Nope, that's all. Just Indians money line, Angels -1. And Rays, Padres under 8 for half unit, and then those 3 series plays I gave out.
Okay, guys, stay right here, or I'm not sure if it's right here or not, but Jay's coming on, and I'm sure Ant and I will be on there, and all the usual characters, and so stay with us. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ant.